Hello, everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. So, I've been neglecting my duties as a reactor, haven't I? I haven't been reacting to Foodie lately. There's a couple of reasons for that. First reason, because she's been doing some boring content, and I just didn't feel like reacting to it. Second reason, because I've got other things on my mind. And if you want to know what the things are, it's because I'm going to be moving soon. And so I'm just been all over the place with that. So I will be moving, I think, at the end of the month or the first of next month. So I'm trying to prepare for that. I am excited for the move, moving into my own place because right now it's got roommates. And I'm looking forward to all the wonderful things that I'm going to be doing once I get to the new place and all the great content that I can put on YouTube and working on my tarot channel and all that, just getting all the pieces put together. And I got to tell y'all something. Like, I'm really excited for the change. And the more I get excited about the change, when I look at Foodie and just the nonsense that she's doing, all that my brain keeps saying to me is, shut up, Foodie, shut up. Just, it's like when you're inviting positive change into your life and you're trying to surround yourself with positive energy, then anything that's negative energy, you're just like, just shut up. Just shut up. So that's what I've been with Chantal. Just, I'm keeping an eye on her. I promise. I've been keeping an eye on Foodie and just watching to see if there's anything there worth talking about, see if there's any change in behavior or new anything. And there really isn't much right now, although she's been acting really, really weird. She keeps talking about America, acting as if she's coming to America. Do I think that she might be leading us on a wild goose chase? Probably. I mean, wasn't she also recently talking about Canada, dropping little hints here and there about she misses Canada, she wants to go back to Canada? You know what, Foodie? I think I've said this before, but just in case I didn't say it then, because I forget if I did, but you've been teasing Girl World and the community about going back home to Canada. Should you go home to Canada? Yeah, you should, because your health sucks. If for no other reason, because your health sucks, and if something serious happens, it's best that you be at your home country to go to a hospital there. You need to be home around your family if something serious were to occur. You don't need to be in Kuwait. If you need serious medical care, you got to go home for that, and you are in need of serious medical care. So you need to go home. But you keep edging people, Foodie. You keep teasing people. I'm going to America, or I might be going home to Canada. We're all at the point now with you, Foodie. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you say. It's a matter of what you do. You keep talking about it, you keep teasing it, but you're just not doing it. So now the feeling is, do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Do what you feel like doing. You're going to do it anyway. If you care about your health, if you care about yourself, you'll make the smart decision and you'll go home and get some treatment of some kind or several different kinds of treatments. If you don't care, then your health is going to continue to get worse. You're making the choice to stay somewhere where you are hurting yourself with food and gaining more weight and getting more unhealthy. And if something happens, then something happens. But don't assume that girl world is going to wait forever. We might not. If you're anticipating, oh, I can just go home anytime and they'll be waiting on me and I'll get a bunch of views, that may not be the case. We might turn to other people and start reacting to them, and then voila, we're gone. But back to you and me, Foodie. I got stuff going on in my own world, Foodie. Girl world. Positive changes coming. I got to move. I'm looking forward to the move. I'm excited for it. I'm nervous about it, but I'm excited. And I can't wait to do all of the stuff that I got planned for y'all. And I'll do it in the new space. In the meantime, I got to work really hard and prepare for the move. And Foodie, ma'am, you are just negative noise in my world that I'm going to turn the volume all the way down if I can and focus on me because that's just the way it has to be. So, with that said, I'm going to go over her stream and forgive me, people that are on my channel, those of you that are my subs, forgive me if I'm a little bit snarky today. As I said, I'm going through a major shift right now with things going on in my world. I'm excited for it. But if I'm a little bit snarky with Foodie today, it's like I just look at her and I see a life wasted, opportunity wasted by her choice. And I just got, it's, I'm going to be snarky to her today. I'm just letting you know. She deserves it, especially with this stream that she's doing, saying, I'm not okay. Clickbait. I'm not okay. I really hate the clickbait titles. I hate the attention-seeking behavior. I hate the fact that she's using cheap tricks to get people to watch her. So, yeah, I'm going to be snarky. Yes, we're going full snarky today. But we're going to go over the Twitter peeps. Yes, we are. And I hope you guys enjoy the react today. So let's get it on. All right. It is time for the Twitter peeps. All right. It is time for the Twitter peeps. I got it all pulled up, I think. Yes, I do. There it is. All right. So for those of you that are on Twitter that you'd like to follow me on the Bird app, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. And for those of you on my channel, the Bird app is not for you. I get it. It can get pretty crazy. That's why I do the Twitter peeps, so you guys can keep what the goings on Twitter without actually being there. Plus, there's all kinds of interesting tweets from people that you might want to look at. There's foodie stuff, there's animal stuff, cute stuff. I like to share that with y'all. All right, let's start with this first tweet, courtesy of Julie, saying, I'm not okay. Surprise, it's clickbait. She has a headache. Yeah, that's all that's going on with Foodie. She's got a headache. You know, the last time I checked, if you got a headache, you're not feeling good, then why not just take an aspirin and go lay down for about an hour or two and you'll feel better? And then when the headache's gone, you can get up and do a live stream. Wouldn't that just make sense? Instead of having a headache and doing a live stream. For someone that has a headache, her live stream went on for 3 hours. So how in the world are you doing a live stream for 3 hours with a headache? I ask you. I mean, does that sound appealing to anybody? You got a headache, you don't feel good, and you're going to sit there and talk to people for 3 hours? I wouldn't. I absolutely wouldn't. I would wait till after the headache was over to do a live stream. Because when I get on my channel, I want to be at my personal best for y'all. I'm not going to bring my problems on camera. I'm not going to be in a grumpy, frumpy mood and take it out on people. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, you guys get the best of me or you don't get me at all. Professionalism, it's a thing. I guess Foodie doesn't know what that means, but she got a headache. So she turned a headache into I'm not okay because she knew that her subs were going to be concerned for her because they didn't know what she meant by not being okay. And then people would flock to her stream to find out what's wrong with you. And then they find out she just has a headache. You know, Foodie, there's that old story about the boy who cried wolf. And the boy who cried wolf too many times. And then something happened to the boy. And nobody knew because he cried wolf too much. That is you. You keep pulling the fire alarm in the hallway, and then people run over. And because there's no real emergency, there might come a point when something is seriously wrong and nobody shows up. So, what else we got here? All right, something cute from Nature Life. Okay, saying, watch this male crab protecting the female crab when an annoying human tries messing with her. Incredible. So there's the female, and the male's like, hey, get your hands off her. Mine. Protecting the female crab. The female crab's like to the male crab, what did I marry you for? Get out of here. Make that thing get out of here. I've never seen that behavior. All right, this is from a previous live stream where she went out to the bookstore, and then there was also like a amusement park or something close by. And she went to the amusement park. She didn't ride any rides, but she got herself a snack. Your mom's emotional support carrot says, you Beezers are paying Chantal to eat herself into an early casket. Well done. Also, if you pay for one of her drawings, seek help. She's not, quote, posting them for months. You'll get them when Lamborghini gets her coffee. Yeah, anybody who's waiting to get drawings from Foodie that you pay her for. Let me remind you, if you don't know, that back in the day, Foodie had the postcard club. This happened during Crackhead Olympics. She set up the postcard club. And the premise was that if she traveled around to places, she would get postcards from those places, and anybody who was part of the postcard club would get a postcard from her. People paid $10 a month for several months. No one, and I mean nobody, got a single postcard. She got $10 a month per person every month, but she didn't go anywhere. And she didn't get postcards, even though postcards are not expensive. And to my estimation, with the amount of time the postcard club membership was up, she got well over $120, $150 per person before she shut it down. So she got essentially free money, and the members didn't get anything. And one of her mods, Ashley Lamborghini, she told her, yeah, I'll send you some Cuban coffee from my trip to Cuba. Ashley Lamborghini never got her Cuban coffee. Nope. So for anybody who wants to buy her drawings, understand how this works. One moment. Okay, let's continue. So where was I? Oh yeah, talking about the postcard club. Sorry. I kind of got distracted a little bit. It happens. Let's move on. All right, Sandy Quesadilla says you rented out your kitchen, your filthy kitchen with a busted oven and no counter space, that kitchen. So Chantal kind of changed her story. First, she told people the oven was broken, right? The stove was broken. Which my question was, how in the world do you break an entire stove? How does that happen? Now she's saying that the oven isn't broken. It's just the wiring and the electrical and something going on with that. So the stove is fine. It's just the wiring. There's like, really weird wiring, and it's shorting out. But now she's saying she rented out her kitchen to who? That don't even make any sense. But let's watch the clip, courtesy of Eyelash as well. Eyelash says Foodie Beauty is renting out her kitchen. Do you want to stick to this story, cutie, or do you need a minute to come up with a new one? Yeah, that's a weird one. Let's watch.
Sorry, I was just talking to the person who's renting out our kitchen.
There's nobody renting out her kitchen. If she's acting all kinds of sketchy when people come to the door and knock, and she's not into the idea of hiring maids, she doesn't like people in the apartment except for Salah. Yeah, someone's renting out your kitchen, sure.
We need to make money, so we rented out our kitchen.
Why do you tell these outrageous lies that make no sense? Why would anybody rent out a kitchen? When you know they're lying, but you still keep listening to them. Exactly. It's like keep lying, keep making yourself look silly. Go for it. Girl World Trash says she's not coming to America. The states would reject both of them before they even got off a plane. Kelly says, so Foodie Beauty kept saying some unusual things in her last stream, and then she would realize she said too much and just trail off to the next topic. Something definitely is going on with them. What do you guys think is going on? You know, it's really hard to tell with Foodie. I think she purposely says things in her stream. She knows that Girl World, we have our ears perked up because we're trying to figure out what she's doing and why. So I think she purposely says things on purpose because she wants the speculation. She wants the theories. She, on one hand, says, I don't like when people do theories. I don't like the conspiracy theories. I don't like the speculation. And yet she purposely says things to cause just those things to happen. So she's talking about America the way she talked about Canada before. So, Girl World, we just got to be patient. It's one of those wait and see situations where don't count on her coming to Canada or America until we see her in a completely different place that's not Kuwait. Then we'll know she's actually here. And then we'll find out the details. Because if Chantal leaves Kuwait and say she goes to Canada or America, more than likely she's going to run her mouth. She is going to run her mouth. If the whole situation with Salah ends and she leaves him back in Kuwait by his doggone self, she's going to need content and she's going to use him for content. She's going to talk mad trash about him just to make money. She's going to probably claim that he was abusive and he was controlling and blah, blah, blah. And you know it's coming. It's coming, Girl World. Because that's what she does. She's got a pattern. If she's with a guy, the moment that it's over, she trash talks him. She's got to get people on her side. She's got to claim victimhood. And then what might happen? Salah might open his mouth and give us some dirt. You know, and that'll be her story arc is going back and forth with him, maybe. So I'm not putting too much stock in the whole talking about America thing. And for the record, Chantal, America, we don't want you. We don't want you here. Don't come here. Please don't. We don't want you here. If you come here, expect that somebody somewhere is probably going to take a picture of you out in the wild and post it somewhere. Understand that. It's going to happen. You have trash talked America before. So I don't know why you'd want to come here. I don't know why you'd want to be here. Or is the reason why you want to come to America because you're still running from the tax man in Canada, so you're still trying to find a place to get away to? So you're going to try to hide over here? We don't want you. You can't sit with us. Go away. Get away from America. And you know what? I'll say this. Stay out of New Mexico. You're not welcome here. You can't hang here. I forbid it. Stay out of New Mexico, biatch.
Because if somebody pays for a portrait, I'm going to mail it to you when I get to America. Whenever I get to the West next time.
Yeah, when is that going to be, though? You're going to the store. and you're getting all this crafting paper and you're making all these drawings and you're saying the next time I go to America, I'll mail stuff out. Well, when's that going to be? When is that going to be? You're not telling people. You're keeping things under wraps. You've been doing a lot lately, Foodie, that make people wonder what exactly is going on here. Like, you're more money hungry now than you've ever been. You got like 4 or 5 merch stores. You're doing your cameos. You're doing the Foodie stuff offline. I mean, like, girl, you are just grabbing money like it's going out of style. So the question is, why? Is it for Salah? Is it for yourself? Is it because you plan on traveling soon? Nobody knows. Nobody has a clue. Again, it's one of those wait and see situations, and I'm patient. I'm a very patient woman. I know how it is with you. You'll talk and you'll talk and you'll talk, and you'll lead people on wild goose chases. You like to lead people off in different directions to add as a distraction from the real direction of what's really going on. Like, that is your smokescreen. Distract people and throw out false breadcrumbs for them to follow to keep them away from the true path that you're actually on. So you're acting all kinds of funny and you're acting money hungry. Why? Why? We'll see. We'll find out. You can't keep it hidden forever. Eventually, stuff comes to the surface. We just got to be patient with it all. All right. Now, this is an interesting turn of events. Courtesy of Beautiful Regret saying, what the F, YouTube? You let Foodie Beauty get away with eating herself to blank, begging for money, coming after people, and etc. When everyone reports her, you do nothing. Make this make sense, please. So, we all know about Foodie's content. She's on YouTube, and she's doing the Foodie content in full view of the public, which is against YouTube's terms of service, and it says so. On top of that, Foodie is also doing adult fetish content, and YouTube has no problem with it. Also, and I would think that YouTube would have a big issue with this, and I guess they don't, not in her case. She is doing the most to make sure that YouTube doesn't get their 30%. She's trying to funnel all the money into her pocket, giving out her PayPal information and saying, like, send all the money there. And YouTube's not doing a doggone thing. So she's doing her content on her channel, and look what happened here. So No Madness Life did a video called Foodie Beauty, It Takes a Boss Beach to Follow Through with WLS. I see nothing wrong with the title. Do you? I don't see anything profane. But she got a letter from YouTube saying, hi, No Madness Life. It looks like Foodie Beauty, It Takes a Boss Beach to Follow Through with WLS didn't follow our community guidelines. We removed it from YouTube. What we found, we think your content violated self-harm policy. Really? Really, YouTube? It violated self-harm policy? Just making a video and the person reacting to Foodie, who is guilty all over the place of self-harm content, the person you do nothing about? No Madness Life is just reacting to Foodie, but she herself is not doing self-harm content. You're going to take her video down? At the same time, you're going to let Foodie, who is the person that No Madness Life was reacting to, you'll leave her content alone? Please explain. I'm confused. That Foodie can get online and do Foodie content and throw out her PayPal information, and you do nothing. But a reactor who is not guilty of self-harm, you're going after their channel? I don't get you. You make no sense to me. You won't go after somebody who's doing triggering content on YouTube, on your platform, not age restricting their content at all. They're passing out their freaking PayPal, YouTube, taking money out of your pocket, YouTube, and you're okay with that. You're okay with Chantal not giving you your 30%. You're all right with her stealing out of your pocket, taking money out of your wallet. But a reactor? Oh, we got to go after them. Excuse me? What? You're weird, YouTube. You're funny. You are very freaking funny. You don't make any sense. Your mom's emotional support carrot says, yes, Sally, we know Chantal is your prize pay pig. I'm your Huckleberry says, this right here is how I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Salah's full of crap and is scamming Foodie Beauty. Anyone who says crap like this is 100% trying to finesse their partner. It's inauthentic and weird. Salah says, she is my prize. No need to win something for me. Yeah, she's your prize, all right. She's your prize piggy bank. She's the one fronting the money for everything. And you know what, Salah? I wonder, where is your pride as a man? Where's your pride? That you've sunk so low that you want to live off a very sick, very unhealthy addict. You are depending on the income and the addictions of an addict to make a life for yourself. You pinned all your hopes and dreams on a sick addict that needs help. And this person that you've attached yourself to, the help that she needs, you can't give her. Her problems are over your head. They're over her head. She needs professional help. And you can't even call yourself a friend. Because if you were a friend of Foodie, you would say, forget about me. You need to go home. Take care of yourself. I'm a grown man. I'll take care of myself. Look out for you. But you're not doing that. You're holding on to Foodie for dear life, knowing that every day she gets worse. I don't know what the stopping point's going to be. If she ends up in a hospital or a casket, like, she is not a good long-term plan, Salah. Don't you see that? What kind of future do you have in someone as sick as Foodie? There is none. Get your pride together, Salah, and go do your own thing. Stop trying to pimp out an addict for your life. Florida Salt and Sass says, Chantal keeps saying she'd rather be fat and be a good person than lose weight, except that she's not a good person. She's morbidly obese and an awful person. So the point she's trying to make doesn't apply to her. No, Foodie is not a good person. She's not even good for herself. She is not good to herself. She's not good for other people, for her pets. And that's why she needs help. She needs help beyond herself. Perfectly Imperfect says, even Foodie Beauty knows Salah is thin-skinned and can't take any criticism at all. Let's watch the clip.
You draw something, someone, and we guess. Oh, that's a good idea. There's no prizes.
Yeah, so I heard she was drawing different reactors.
Draw Salah. Bless you. I don't think he has much of a sense of humor for these things.
So he's a sensitive man, is he? That doesn't surprise me. Nothing But Love says, give me your money and we will do something fun tomorrow. Tomorrow comes and she has a headache. Keep giving your queen your money. Yeah, isn't that something? She made promises to her VIBs. Oh, if you help me reach my super chat goal, I'll do this and I'll do that and we'll do something fun the next day. And then she gets the money and the next day comes and all of a sudden I have a headache. I'm not feeling good. When are you beezers going to wake up? I mean, it's your money and it's your choice to do what you want with it, but doggone it, man. At one point, do you wake up and realize you're dealing with a scammer who has no intention of earning what she's given. Florida Salt and Sass says, we know Chantal can chew with her mouth closed and put the food in there without incident when she needs to. She did it for a month after first arriving in Kuwait. Lately, everything has been left to run down her chin and end up on her face. Nice Foodie content, Chantal. Yes, look, I have said this before, and I'm saying it again. And I'm saying it because Chantal will never say it. She wants as many people on her channel as possible. And how does she get as many people as she can? By not disclosing what she's doing when she should. If she's someone that she is deciding that she wants to do adult fetishes, she needs to go off of YouTube and do it in a private form. That's how it should be done. Putting adult fetishes on a free platform like YouTube, where anybody of any age can look at it, it's inappropriate. She's exposing people to things that really they shouldn't be exposed to. They didn't ask to see. They don't want to see. There might be underage people that might be looking at her stuff. But since she won't tell people what she's doing, I'm going to say it. I'm going to let y'all know what she's doing so that you are aware and you can decide if you want to watch her or not. Like, I will offer up the information since she is hiding it from people. But yeah, everything lately just dripping down her chin. She probably has feedies that are paying her to do that on live stream. They request stuff like that. Okay, all of this post right here, courtesy of Lilu Ginger Witch, saying sponsoring a meal for Cutie is like sponsoring an alcoholic for a drink at happy hour. Let that person feed her own addiction with her own money. Y'all giving her money to feed are just as bad as her. You know it too. All of that. What Lilu said. What she said. The people in her chat that claim to care about her are the same ones that are enabling her addictions and paying for them and encouraging her to do them right in front of them. I can't imagine being someone that you know someone is an addict to something and paying the money to do the source of their addiction. That couldn't be me. But I guess people in her chat feel differently. We care about Foodie. If you did, you would give healthy support versus unhealthy support. You don't encourage the addiction. You don't pay for the addiction. You can give healthy support to the addict without funding the addiction and making it worse and making the person sicker. But all of what Lilu said. Cowboy Dog says, imagine begging and giving money to a big person to step out of the apartment you pay for in this economy. Yeah, Beezers. Everything in Foodie's life you pay for. And I mean everything. Just think about it. Every bit of money that she makes, she gets because of other people, not because she has a regular job. You guys are paying for her apartment, all of her food, her bills, Salah, his bills, his expenses, every single bit. I mean, she probably makes what, 5 or 6K on YouTube? And she could stretch that out if she wanted to. On top of the YouTube money, she's got Cameo money and Foodie request money and now the merch store money. And yet she's still insisting that people pay her to go out and film content, which she then turns around and she makes money off of that. She's double and triple dipping, and you guys are okay with that? Okay. I guess you're okay. Fat Cow Chronics says 2 things Foodie said during her last live that strike as suspicious. Quote, I'd love to have a bird, but who'd take care of it after? She suddenly stopped sentence. Quote, I'm going to miss this place. Talking about the fairground arcade food place. Sounds like someone is moving. You know, she kind of gave that same vibe that day when she was out and she went to the beach. Remember? She actually walked on the sand and she sat down on the sand and she was talking about Canada. Again, to me, this feels like false breadcrumbs being thrown out. This is a bit of like teasing of, I'm thinking about leaving Kuwait. It might be happening, but we don't get like absolute confirmation. And I'm going to say this. You know what, Foodie? I think you might be conflicted. I think that there's one half of you that when you get unhappy, when you get upset, you start thinking to yourself. And you think to yourself, I'm not happy here. I'm really sad. I'm really lonely. I know that if I went home to Canada, I could be on familiar ground and I could go places and I could do things and I could have more freedom to be myself and be free. I could do all that. I know that if I went home to Canada by myself, maybe I might make some better money again. Just get out of here and go back to there and get started and bam. I know what to do. I know how to do it. I think you have thoughts like that. Like you want to leave. But I also think the other side of you, that controlling freak, that narcissistic ego of yours, stops you from acting on that I want to leave, I want to escape side. There's that other side of you that is just so fixated on controlling people. That controlling side that refuses to let you change, refuses to let you make a move and bust a move to get out of there. That side of you that's like, I have to control Salah. I have to be there. I have to know what he's doing. I can't let him out of my sight. You are afraid of loss. You're afraid of losing him. Because if you left Kuwait to go elsewhere, whether it's Canada or America, it's a whole new environment. It's a whole new ball game. And you hate change. You're scared to death of change. You're afraid. You're afraid of failure. You're afraid of new environments and new people and new things. What you should be afraid of is what's going to happen if you don't change. You should be very afraid of that because look at the path you're on. But you're so focused on Salah and I have to stay here for him and keep all this going. But yeah, for what? You're not happy there. Let go. Let go. It needs to happen. It's going to happen regardless. Let go. So that control freak in you, that narcissist in you won't let you move when you know you need to move. So you go back and forth and you battle with yourself. I want to move, but I don't want to move because if I move, I got to leave this person behind. Leave him behind then. He's a grown man. He can figure it out. He's not a child. You're not responsible for him. Let him go, stupid. But you got to let go, Foodie. You just got to. It's going to happen regardless. Just a matter of, is it going to be under your control or out of your control? Like, how bad do things have to be before you are forced to let go? Florida Salt and Sass says, going to a bookstore and BK left her so exhausted she can't even seal and turn on a camera. She has the endurance of a sloth. Yeah, all she did was go to the bookstore and go get food and she's exhausted. She says, hey, Beezer gang, I'm so sorry, but the long drive back home made me so tired. I'm sorry I can't go live again, but we will have a fun Bees tomorrow, inshallah. Thank you so much to all of you. I hope you had a fun time and a big thank you. All she did was walk around the store and go get food, and that tired her out. Foodie, if walking around the store and going to get fast food made you exhausted, I mean, that's a wake-up call. That is a wake-up call. If that's all it took to wear you out, like you're in you need to go to a hospital. Ah, here we go. Enigma 2025 said, why would she go in Mr. Snowflake's live to talk if she's not worried? Obviously, she is and is still saddened by the fact that life is over. She is the same and has never changed except for her location. She still has the same negative behavior in Kuwait. Huh. So this is from a previous live stream. Let's watch.
I see food. Okay, let's go see what they have. Domino's! And, oh, there's no, like, places to eat around here. Let me see. Anyway, and I just, like, had a quick glance. I was actually going to go in the chat and say, hey, but it was for subs only.
Haha. I was going to go over there and say hi, but it was for subs only. What, you're not sub to his channel, Foodie? Come on. You're sub to his channel. You probably got the notification when it came out of members only. And on top of that, it's been all over Twitter. Before the documentary dropped, people were talking about it on Twitter when it was going to premiere. You're sub to his channel. That's how you knew that he was airing it out to people. I was going to go in there and say hi, but it was subs only. You're sub to his channel, girl. Come on.
What's this? A fire. I see food. Okay, let's go see what they have.
I mean, she says, I just took a peek. I just took a peek of the documentary. Really? You just took a peek? Well, for someone who just took a peek at the documentary as it was premiering, and you didn't even wait for the thing to end, you went straight to your community tab and you raged. You told on yourself. You absolutely told on yourself that you were watching it and you were not happy with the things that you were seeing. And what made you even more unhappy is the fact that everything in that documentary, it was just you talking. It wasn't a matter of he said, she said. No, Mr. Snowflake showed pretty much all of it was just you talking and you telling on yourself with Nads. How things were back then, how obsessive you were. It was you. And you were mad. You were big mad. And I bet I know why you were big mad. Because there's a lot of people on your channel right now. They are not the OG beezers from way back when during Crackhead Olympics. No, this is the new batch. They may not know about Crackhead Olympics. They may not know about how you were acting back then. And the documentary, let them know. You really hate when people do the retro reacts. You want that stuff to stay buried. You don't want people talking about it. You don't want people reacting to it. You don't want the way you were back in the day to come back around. Well, it's coming back around. It is. It absolutely is. Why is it coming back around? Because you've been in Kuwait for 3 years. And yes, you dress differently now, but the behaviors are still the same. And there is a big chance that if you go to America or if you go to Canada, you're going to be that way again because you haven't changed.
Domino's! And, yeah, and I was just like, they were talking about nattered, like the swordfish, like those days. Like, how many years until it doesn't matter? Like, I'm not that person anymore.
Lies. You know why it matters? You know why it matters, Foodie? Because even to this day, here we are, 2025. You still have not shut up about Natter. You still won't shut your mouth. You bring him up a lot. You would think that a married woman with a new husband would not talk about her ex nor want to talk about her ex, but yet you talk about him. And do not come at me with, well, I only talk about him because my subs make comments. You are the content creator. If you don't want to talk about something in your live chats, all you have to say is, you know, that's a really painful subject. I'd rather not discuss that and move on. But you're more than happy to talk about him. And when you bring up his name, you got that smirk on your face. You got that sparkle in the eye. You want to know why? Because he's the one, isn't he? The one that got away. The one that you still want to this day. You still want him, Foodie. You settled for Salah. But you settled because Nader didn't want you. He wanted your money. He did not want you. And here's the sad thing. Salah doesn't want you. He just wants your money. So you're a two-time fool. You got used by Nader. You're getting used by Salah. And if you're okay with that, you're okay with that. It's your life and your choice to spend your money or your time any way you want to. But you try to find love in people that have none for you. But documentaries like the one that Mr. Snowflake made, they matter. History matters. It does. You want it to stay buried. You want it to be swept underneath the carpet. It ain't gonna happen. We're gonna keep talking about it. We are.
Like, I'm not that, I haven't been that person for 3 years. And why would you want to keep rehashing a very abusive time in my life? Like,
ma'am, he's been doing different episodes on you. So he's just been following a timeline of when things happen to you, starting from one point and then just moving forward. And that documentary was just covering a little bit of Crackhead Olympics. I'm sure there was a lot of stuff he could have added in because there were some really bad things that occurred. But it was a really well done documentary. And obviously a lot of people enjoyed it. It was really, really well done. I heard Del Pondu, Sandy Quesadilla, you were helping Mr. Snowflake with the documentary. Chef's kiss. Well done. Well done. Because it painted such a precise picture of things. Like in an hour, giving people a glimpse into the madness that was Crackhead Olympics.
Like, people will say, well, you weren't abused because you kept chasing after. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It still doesn't give anyone the right to, like, people do not know that abused women go back to their...
Shut up. Shut your mouth. Maybe you were angry about the documentary because in that documentary were clips where you were basically changing your story as a supposed victim. You were saying, I didn't lie for revenge, but you lied. You also said, I exaggerated the claims. Also, you said, well, when I went to the cops, my intentions weren't pure. You've also made other statements. I wish that there was one clip that you did that was included in the documentary where you outright said he never abused you, he never beat you. But you also said in the documentary there was no essay. He just wanted backdoor action and you didn't want to do it. You just didn't want to do it. And that's fine if you don't want to do it. It's your choice, your body. But just, it clearly showed that all this talk about you being a victim, you're not a victim. You're not. And don't even bring stats into it. I know that's what you're about to do. It takes 8 out of 10 times for an abuse victim to leave their abuser. You want to know why, Foodie? It's because usually the person who's being hurt, they have nowhere else to go. They have no money. They have no resources. They feel trapped. That's why. You can't claim that. When you were with Nads, you had your own place. You had your own job. You were making your own money. At any time, you could have cut things off. You were the sugar mama. He was the sugar baby. You don't want to support the sugar baby. You don't want to see him. All you got to do is block their number on your phone and stop giving him money, and the end. But you kept running back to him. You kept going to his house. You kept knocking on his door. You kept paying the bills and the rent. You kept sneaking off to hotel and motel rooms after said allegations. You did all that. And another thing, another reason why DV victims, they go back or they refuse to leave their abuser is because they are terrified. They are petrified, terrified that if they leave the person who's hurting them, if they try to leave, if they try to escape, and the person that's hurting them catches up to them or finds out where they are, who knows what's going to happen? Like how dangerous it's going to get. You never had that fear of Natter. You were never in danger of him. He didn't even have a car to come see you. You were never in any physical danger. So you can stop with the victimhood now.
Users over and over and over again.
Shut up.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. It's like, whatever happened, it happened. And like, for people to keep rehashing that, so I'm just like, you know what? Let them have.
You know what? We're going to keep bringing it up, and we're going to keep talking about it because you refuse to shut your mouth. And you keep talking about how much you're a DV victim, and you keep talking about Nads. So as long as you keep talking about those things, we're going to keep bringing it up. How about that? How about that, Miss Fake Phony Victim? How about that? You are determined to paint yourself a victim. We are determined to show that you're not a victim, predator. That's just how it works. Anyway, let's keep going. Perfectly Imperfect says she spilled food on her shirt in yesterday's live stream and wore the same outfit in today's live stream. So she hid it by pulling her hijab over it. So yeah. How I watched part of the live stream, I was reacting to it, and then it got boring. But immediately in the stream, somebody in her chat remarked, "That's the same outfit you wore yesterday." How embarrassing. One of your subs is even remarking, "Girl, you're wearing dirty clothes." I would be humiliated. I would feel embarrassed, but not Foodie. She'll wear the same outfit for days at a time and not care. All right, something positive from Why You Should Have an Animal. A sea turtle taking a nap on an algae pillow. Sleeping sea turtles can stay underwater for 4 to 7 hours. Wow. Look at that. It looks peaceful. Very ASMR-ish. Oh, to be a turtle. All right. Kelly says, Foodie Beauty, she said she'd be doing 6-hour lives daily, and she's already cut them short for the last 2 days. She promises her beezers to do things and then gives them nothing. Yeah, so she made the promise that her lives would be 6 hours. Now they're down to 3 hours. I knew that would happen. I knew it would be too much for her. You guys know I've done tarot readings on Foodie. I saw that she's doing the most right now. She's doing a lot, and it's too much for her. That it would be too much. And the more she did, the more it would be more of a stress and a strain to her. So I think that she's like, I can't do 6-hour live streams. Those are too long. I got to cut it down to 3. Well, do what you do. Look at this, courtesy of Girl Fishy. Another one of Chantal's sock accounts. We see you there, Scamtel. This is in regards to Neo Tarot. You guys got to know that Chantal watches Neo Tarot. You want to see her sock account? She's down here. But let's start up here. Truth Seeker Knows says regarding Neo Tarot, when she got the reversed model card, it had the number 23. Then she said the number 5, then 23 again. I seriously instantly got a strong feeling May 23rd, 523 will be relevant in a bad way. I watched it again and instantly had that strong feeling again. This person says, I am not a tarot girly, but I have ran into someone I genuinely believe to have the gift, and she's been bang on about my trajectory. Here's Chantal down here as Lady Whistledown saying, oh, please. The amount of people putting stock in paper cards is wild. Hi, Foodie. Hi, we see you. You know what, Foodie? You know what's laughable? You getting snarky in comments like that. So you're trying to put down the tarot readers. At the same time, you watch all of us. You watch everything about yourself. You watch the readings to see maybe what we're saying. See if you can get some insight, perhaps, to things. You watch all the readings. You watch mine. You watch Sunburst Tarot. You watch Neo Tarot, 4-1's Divination. You watch us all. So you're putting down people for enjoying the tarot readings and finding them entertaining. At the same time that you're watching, hypocrite, you are watching. Obviously, you must be watching to make a comment like that. Here is the account, Lady Whistledown, and I'm anticipating she's probably going to get rid of this sock now that it's been exposed. Don't worry, she's got 99 more. She's got probably 100 socks and one pair of shoes. Here we go. Kalea says, y'all, did her subs even go up after Mr. Snowflake's video? I don't believe that. In fact, she probably lost subs, if anything. Hectic Llama has this interesting tidbit, saying Foodie never speaks about Natter, which is why I've been able to compile over 1.5 hours of clips of her talking about him in less than 3 years. So again, Foodie, you keep talking about Nads, we're going to keep talking about him. We're going to keep talking about Crackhead Olympics and how crazy you were and how crazy you were acting, how obsessive, because we know at some point you're going to come home from Kuwait, wherever you end up, you're probably going to trash talk Salah. You have a pattern and you don't change. So we know what's incoming. We do. All right. So this clip is from another live stream. Check this out. This is an example of greed. Her greed over food. Foodie has food aggression like nobody's business. She could have a full spread of food in front of her, and if somebody has a burger sitting next to them, she wants that too, even though she's got plenty of food to eat. So in this clip, they just ordered food, and she's trying to be sneaky and hide Salah's soup because she wants that for herself. So Orange Cat says, I boosted the audio as much as I can, and I swear I can hear Salah say, come here, before she walks away and also says, where's my, not the tone of a loving husband. Well, he's probably aggravated if he ordered soup and he's expecting soup and she's trying to act like, oh, it didn't show up because she wants the soup. It's just food greed, absolute food greed. So let's watch.
Let the soup bag come here.
Hold on, guys.
Where's my Janjir?
Yeah, he's saying, where's my food? And you know what, Foodie? This is such a callback to the Canadian Villa days when you would order food for yourself and Pete's. How many times did you say, oh, Pete's, I forgot to order your food? I forgot to order it. How many times did that happen? Like Pete's would just order something small and they'd say, oh, I forgot to order your food. Of course you did. Of course you did. Orange Cat says, I think I figured out the mystery. He must have told her in chat that she could have his lentil soup, and she asked if he wanted the something that she'd been eating along with her own food. She said at the beginning that she forgot to give it to him. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, she forgot. I'm sure she, quote, forgot. All right. And speaking of merch stores, Chantal's got, I think, 4 or 5 of them now. And she's selling overpriced, cheap-looking merch in these stores, of course. Lilu Gingerwitch says $44 for the basic, cheap-looking tote bag and $56 for a stupid T-shirt. That's the most excessively overpriced crap I've ever seen from a creator. The most I've ever paid was like 50-something for a swoop hoodie, but it was high quality and the design was amazing. Julie says, are you kidding me with these prices and ugly designs? Also, is this the 3rd merch store she's used? What the? So what is she offering? So we got this tote bag, which looks really simple, 44 bucks, a plain looking mug for 22, a tumbler for 41, and a t-shirt for almost $60. Come on, Foodie. Money don't grow on trees. What's the matter with you? All right. Orange Cat says, babe, don't make me actually live stream for 6 hours, babe. Let's watch.
I don't feel good. Babe, I didn't like those kebabs. Kebab. I don't feel good now.
Oh, sorry. Man.
Kebabs. Kebab. I don't feel good now. Well, I didn't even take my
You know what? Chantal's got her pattern. If she doesn't want to do something, she'll make every excuse in the world. Suddenly she's sick. She's got a headache. She's got a migraine. She's got an earache. Her toe hurts. Her pinky hurts. She's got sciatica. I mean, everything's wrong with her. She knows how to manipulate people in situations to either get out of them or get what she wants. And I'm sick to death of her whining. The problem is she does it because she gets away with it. If people stop letting her get away with it, she wouldn't do it. She likes to test people, and if you let her get away with something, she'll do it again. High Bender says, coolest use of a drone. Look, there's Snoopy. That is awesome. Is that Snoopy and the Red Baron? It's Snoopy up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Snoopy on his doghouse. Yay, Snoopy. All right. Nature, life, okay. Angry owl. If the owl could speak, it would say, King of the jungle, huh? I don't think so. I'll show you. You're on the ground. I'm in the air. Who do you think's going to win? That owl is standing on business, and I approve. All right. Where are we with the react? Hold on. Yeah, we're at an hour. I could just keep going with the Twitter. Oh, look. Look at the babies. Look at the baby kittens with the little ears from Yog. Those little wiggly ears. Well, that's a positive thing to stop with on the Twitter peeps. All right. So I want to get into the video. We're not starting at minute 1. We're starting at like 35 minutes in. Why is that? Because she's eating in the beginning. I don't want to see her eat. I don't. And we're going to zip through this. She gets boring. We'll zip through it. You guys know how we do this. Let me just go ahead and bring her up. And Chantal, I don't have patience for you right now. I don't. So, like, if you get on my nerves, I'm just going to get snarky with you. Like, your negative noise annoys me right now. Oh, God. Let's do this.
I would pass out. Oh, yeah, we go in public. We've been spotted at the city center. So, yeah. You can definitely come say hi to me. Everyone in Kuwait is so friendly. I don't mind. I don't feel threatened by anyone. In Canada?
So you're afraid of your home country. You're afraid of going out in public and somebody snapping a picture of you out in the wild. And then it shows up on Reddit. And then it shows up on Twitter. And then Girl World covers it. You're scared to death of people seeing what you really look like without the filters. You are terrified of that, Chantal. And you're talking about coming to America? We got cell phones here too. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think we're going to be nice to you? We're not going to be nice to you.
On the sea of-
And don't even think of bringing Salah over here after what he said to Kai Bella. Oh, no, ma'am. We're not going to put up with that either.
Japan? Oh, you sip coffee. You've never lived until you've done that. No, I'm kidding. If I could get one to the US, I like beezer spray. Well, yeah. Do I have Cash App? No, I don't. Just PayPal. Set the goal. But I owe you guys from yesterday's goal, I feel like.
You do. And if you were honorable, you would honor that before you put another goal up.
I can about a month ago, we had a really bad ice storm. Carefree, never. Listen, I want to make a big disclaimer. if you don't have any bucks to donate or to contribute, don't feel bad, you know? Like, this is only if you can and you want to. I'll never expect it. And anything as a bonus, that's nice. It does keep streams going. Like, I can do more.
Shut up. Just shut up, Foodie. Shut up. It does keep streams going. Listen, it doesn't cost her anything to do streams. YouTube is a free platform. It cost her nothing to stream. All she got to do is fire up her phone and go. It cost her nothing. She's acting as if she's got an out-of-pocket cost to do her streams. She already makes enough money off of YouTube. And any cost associated with the content, it's already paid for. And if it isn't, it's her responsibility to provide said materials for the stream. It's not up to the Beezers to pay for extra stuff. You guys are already paying for extra stuff. She don't need any more money.
More things, yes, with extra cash. But just honestly, if you can't support in cash, liking the stream, leaving a nice comment, watching directly on my channel to give me the views, really helps out.
So not only does she want your money, she wants the engagement, because on YouTube, engagement matters. You know what, Chantal? If you want more engagement, here's what you do. You ready? Are you ready? Here's a big one right here. I'm sure there's lots of people that leave comments on your videos, but you don't approve them. I mean, the comments count as engagement. But every time you do a live or a video, you severely edit the comments. Look, there's only 3. Excuse me, 3? 3. Just 3? You get rid of all of the critical, negative comments. You want more engagement? Let some of those go through. That wouldn't have to beg for thumbs up so much.
Hey, Winter. You can catch up on outings when you feel up to it, Bocephus. That stupid goal. It got banned in Turkey? Yeah, Katie Kate, but I counted it as you donated more than the goal, so thank you. Hi, honey.
Hi, baby. Hi, guys.
Hi,
Go away, Salah.
King Beezer Rudy. Thanks for helping me. Because there's
Turkish Coffee is saying, just bring back Anime Sucks. He was more than enough. And that's because Anime Sucks was Mr. Big Tipper in the room. So people are saying, bring back Anime Sucks. He'll do all the tipping for us.
there's waters, you know.
No worries.
We don't have to bring the water in now. We don't. Oh, Kristen, everyone says hi. Kristen, I have to go to a flower place for you before it gets too hot. No, thank you. Aw. The Beezers are so nice.
Yeah, always.
Hey, Dog Pot. Did I say? I can't remember what I say hi to.
So here's one of the Beezers trying to be a snitch, saying, you're being stream sniped. Big old tattletale. There's nothing that Foodie can do if she is being stream sniped. And by the way, EA, it's for YouTube, it's not being stream sniped. It's called restreaming. Stream sniped is for gamers. And when you are going into a gaming stream, she's not doing a gaming stream. So what's going on is restreaming. There's nothing she can do about it. She can't stop the reactors from doing it. So there's really no need to be a tattletale. And you know what? To be honest, Chantal needs to fear the day when people stop stream sniping her, when they stop reacting to her. She needs to fear that day when she fires up a live stream and nobody cares. Because then she'll be all alone on her channel, nobody talking about her, nobody caring what she's doing. She needs to fear that day. It's not going to be the great day that she thinks it is.
Basma? Yes, girl. EA, that's nothing new. I at least buy 5 people every stream. Rudy 1843. What happened in 1843?
Users are intelligent and nice.
Yep. Recipe book. People will rip it off and not buy it. Jacinta! Thank you. Thanks, Jacinta.
I still think it's very sus that she's like, I'm not okay. And she's got a headache, and yet she talked for 3 hours.
And I hope you're feeling better, doing better. Thank you. Sweet love. Are you busy? Yes. Thanks, Jacinta. Who calls dibs? That's for your sunshine coffee. Oh, thank you.
Okay, that's it.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome. Have fun, Beeson.
I don't want to put them away. I'll send you a small PayPal. Get a nice little flower bundle to put on the desk beside you. It'll brighten your day. Oh, thank you, Kristen. Oh, you don't have to do that. Well, probably, because I don't know if I can afford flowers. No, I'm just joking. Am I a grifter? And yeah, okay. Well, we'll go shopping together at some point, and like one of these days soon.
So basically, he just showed up, put some stuff away, and he's out.
I think I'll have to take Salah because he knows more about the flower places. Microwave cheese recipe. Harry Druid. Okay. Sell used to jabs. Really, Marcus? Do you have a lisp sometimes? I don't know, do I? Yesterday's goal was to do something fun today outside, so I have to go. Hey, Miller. Good to see you, Judy. Island Drive. What would be an estimate for us to help repair your stove so we could get more cooking pieces? Thank you, Moch.
Amazing. Her beezers are like, we'll put some money together to repair your stove. You beezers, you know what? You cracked me up. Chantal is the P.T. Barnum of YouTube. And P.T. Barnum once said, there's a sucker born every minute. And she is the P.T. Barnum of YouTube, where she's looking for those suckers in the audience that they are soon parted with their money. They'll pay for anything at all. They'll give all their money up to Foodie. So she'll make up stupid excuses to get that money, and they'll give it to her. I've got a headache. Pay me for my headache. I need some aspirin. Pay for the aspirin. I don't feel good because I went out and beezed too hard. Pay me for that. Pay me for breathing. Pay me for not breathing. Pay me because my toe hurts. And they will. They will. You know, beezers, consider the idea, the possibility that secretly inside of her head, Foodie is laughing at those of you that are suckers, that are giving up your money. Consider the possibility that she's having those thoughts in her head. Man, these beezers are stupid and gullible. I could just say nothing is wrong with me and they'll still give me money. I can make up any flimsy excuse and they'll buy it. They are so dumb. I think she deliberately tests the limits of all of you to see how far she can push you and how much money she can get out of you.
Let's get a coffee. Thank you, Mochi. I don't know. You mean stove fund? I would have to ask Salah how much it would cost. He said maybe 10 KD, so $50, but...
You know what she just did? That was slick. That was sly, Foodie. Very subtle, yet not so subtle. Remember what I said, y'all, about how con artists and scammers, they know how to get money out of people without asking them for money? She just did it. Oh, I don't know how much it's going to cost. I think it's $50. She just says it so casually. Like, I don't really know. But I think $50. That's her asking without asking. She's not going to her beezers right away and saying, "Can you guys give me $50 to fix this?" No, she's just saying, "Oh, I don't know. It's 50." How does she know it's $50? I don't think she knows. She's just making up an amount. And she knows she can't ask for $100, too much. But $50, it's not got as many zeros, and she might, get the money out of people, but just slipping it past people. Oh, it's $50. She's probably hoping that somebody in the chat gives her $50, but I guarantee you it won't go for a new stove.
The stove, it just has like an electrical problem because whenever I turn it on, I'm standing there at the stove. All you hear is all the electricity goes off.
It sounds like a voltage problem. So it may be that the stove, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that the wiring and the voltage ain't right. Maybe it's taking up too much power. And somebody suggested before, and this does make sense, like Foodie, she runs the AC constantly. And that sucker is cranked down to like 12 Celsius. And air conditioners can take a lot of power. Like, I don't know what the voltage is in that apartment, but it is possible to overload a circuit. And I've lived in apartments before where you've got to be careful plugging in too many things and having too many things going at once on one side for like one area. So I don't know if that's the case where she's at, but it's weird how everything was working fine for 3 years and all of a sudden the wiring ain't right. Like, what happened? So it doesn't sound like a stove problem. It sounds like an electrical issue that needs to be looked at.
We had to call the hottest to come with a flashlight. And so I was like, my wife was cooking mac and cheese.
Lizzie says, shouldn't the landlord fix that? Yeah, they should, because it's their building. They're in charge of that stuff. If there's ever a problem in an apartment, you call on the landlord and let them know immediately, hey, this ain't working. Hey, that ain't working. Can you call repairman out? The plumbing is stopped up, whatever. Yeah, that's what they're for.
We're told not to use the stove because it shorts out everything.
And no one should feel sorry for her because she's got the microwave and she's got the air fryer. And if she wants to cook some food, you can do a lot with a microwave and an air fryer. It's not like she doesn't have a way to make hot food for herself.
Yeah, let's do some fun trolling with sketches. Okay, yeah, we'll do that after the groceries. Thank you. Thank you so much. No, Nina. I don't know if that's the landlord's duties.
Why don't you find out? Or are you afraid to contact the landlord because your name isn't on the lease? Is that why? That you won't go to the landlord because maybe technically you're not supposed to be there? I mean, you do get kind of twitchy when someone comes to the door. You're like pretending that you don't live there at the same time you are.
But they have electricians who, like, all over. Like, there's a whole electrical area that come and fix appliances.
The thing is, Chantal, even if there are electricians in the area, you and Salah are not in an individual home, right? You're not in a home. You're in an apartment. So if there is something serious going on with the electrical, then the electrician, if it's something serious, they're going to have to go to the landlord anyway and say, hey, I got to fix this. Can you shut off the power or whatever to this apartment so I won't get electrocuted? Either way, the landlord has to be contacted.
You can fix pretty much anything. Did we throw out the fan? No. We might still fix the fan.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Kate. Is the stove no, it's the stove because the electric only goes out when I turn the stove on to fry wieners or Check my.
Why don't you try turning off the AC unit and see if the stove works? You know, like determine, do I have too many things running? Am I like overjuicing the system? Like the circuit is going out or like shutting off?
My last message. I buy flowers. Oh, Kristen, I buy my flowers for my daughter at least twice a month. It strains the budget sometimes, but it's the least I can do for her. Oh, pink lilies. Oh, my mom's favorite are what are those called? They're round, orange. That's so sweet, Kristen. Hey, Lena. Hi, Ramona. No, the landlord won't fix it because it's not his stove. Like it didn't come with the building. Okay, Buttercup. Oh, Foodie, I almost forgot. And ALRs.
Well, it doesn't sound like a stove problem. It sounds like an electrical problem.
Oh, Margie.
The stove might be fine. It's just the wiring in the wall needs to be addressed. I'd be interested to see if you plug in an appliance that doesn't require a lot of power, if it does the same thing, or it's just the stove is sucking up too much juice.
If you have a picture of you and your mom draw. Oh yeah, for Mother's Day. In ALR's live stream last night, she was saying how she was loving your lives lately, and she thinks you and Salah are so cute. Aw, thank you. Yeah, and Kuwait appliances. Oh, marigolds. Those are her favorite. Carnations, too, she likes those. Poppies. I would raise hell if I couldn't use my stove. Oh, Basma. Thank you, Stove Fund. Thank you so much. What currency is SAR? I didn't never seen that currency before. Thank you so much. Thank you. You get a chubby heart. Oh, the treadmill has hospital sharps, orange hunger, desire plastic on it. What, Natasha? Here. Start off with.
Oh, God. I just did like a little preview of what she's about to do. She's about to play show and tell with her groceries. Nobody cares about what you bought and what you're going to eat, Foodie.
Night, I dreamt of sense.
Nope, we're not singing.
Appreciate that.
Okay, what are these super chats? Let's see. Cats and T says, hi, wanted to suggest you see about your heart health cardio workup, as I think this is impacting your breathing and don't want anything bad to happen to you. Sending the best to you and Julia and Salah. She needs to go get some tests done. She's not. She doesn't care about her health. She cares about profiting off her non-health.
I probably should go to the doctor soon, actually.
But you don't. And the reason why you don't is because, A, it costs money and you're cheap and it's weird. You'll spend money on things that hurt your health, but nothing on things that help your health. You look at doctor visits as just a waste of money. And honestly, I would agree. I agree with you, Foodie, that it's a waste of money. Because even if you went to a doctor and you got all kinds of tests and the doctors said to you the things that they've been saying for the longest, you're not going to listen. They're going to tell you the same things you've heard a million times before. You've got to cut down on your portion sizes. You've got to eat healthy. You got to cut out the sodium, cut out the sugar, cut down on the carbs. You don't want to hear it. So therefore, you don't want to deal with the doctors. So you really don't care about your health when you should.
You screenshot this before I get my next meds. I'm supposed to go. Nicole! My son just subbed. He's now a beezer. He and I are both sitting here watching and having a good time. Oh, he subbed. Thank you. He's now a beezer. Thank you so much.
Please tell me, Nicole, that your son is not underage. He's not a young man. I mean, I don't think anybody should be watching Foodie, but especially young people. She sets a bad example.
Nicole's son, thank you. Ready, set, bees. You're both beezers. Lynn, member for 3 months, loyalty beezers, still a member. Thank you, Lynn. I don't see you often, but It's good to know you're still a beezer. Thank you. Reason. Jarella? Oh, yeah. Not everyone can. Yeah. It is hard, Frankie. And chips. But these are honestly for Salah's man cave.
No, they're not. Why are you still telling us that lie? When you bring out snacks, suddenly everything is Salah's. Everything is his. Oh, really? So if everything is his and he's going to eat it, why, when you were at the bookstore and you went in that aisle with the little safes, you're like, babe, do you want to get this to put your snacks in? You said that. Salah, do you want to get a safe? Because I can't control myself around food to the point where if there's food in the house and it's not under lock and key, I'm going to eat it. So since you guys don't have a safe in your house that he can put food in that you can't get to, you're going to eat everything and anything in the house, no matter where it's at.
I have my snacks. Okay, we're out. Oh no, it's stale. Kind of pita bread.
Girl, all that pita bread for what?
Staple for Salah's breakfasts.
No, that's for you. You have an entire freezer full of pita bread for no random reason.
I got myself this multigrain. If I feel like having a sandwich, instead of getting chicken burgers or cheeseburgers. This way, baby.
Here's my opinion. I think the reason why Foodie gets groceries is more than half the time they're not real groceries. It's not stuff for actual meals. The groceries that she gets, a lot of it is just snack foods, chips, sweets, carbs, just stuff that she could just mindlessly eat. And she keeps it in the house for moments when she can't get at her fast food. She'll eat the fast food first, and then she saves the groceries as emergency food if she can't get at her fast food. Like if she can't get a Foodie request that day to pay for a free meal, then she'll hit up the groceries in the kitchen.
I have the cutest story. Okay, these were on sale. These are the best crackers to put in stew. They're flavored. I don't know what they're flavored with, but they're so good. Okay, Julia. I know, right, Landon? It has like that tangy zing. I love it. Okay, so.
Girl, go put your groceries away. Go put your food away. They belong in the kitchen. You do not need to have them next to you. This is food obsessive behavior. When you can't be parted with the food, you won't even put it in the kitchen. It's like, I got to have it all next to me. But why? Put it in the doggone kitchen.
Pets are the best. Yeah, Laurel. Okay, what's in here? Stinky with stinky tuna.
Like she's got all that food just stacked up next to her. Why?
Thank you, Nicole. Della. Okay, these are dry cured Moroccan olives.
See? Snack foods. She gets all of her snack foods, and then what do you think happens? I can tell you what happens because I used to have a problem with food too. Let me just let you know. If you got a problem with food and you go grocery shopping, and especially if you buy your favorite foods, you know what happens when you get home. You want a little bit of everything. You want a little bit of everything just because it's there. You'll go hog wild getting a little bit of everything. It will send your food addiction into overdrive. You will have a bee moment like no other. If you've got cupcakes, ice cream, cookies, crackers, olives, pickled this and that and the other thing, you'll eat it all in a day just because it's there. Hence the reason why I say, if you got a food addiction, best thing to do, keep it out of the house. Because then it's more of a pain in the butt to go get it. If all you got to do is walk in the kitchen and there it is, you'll eat it just because it's there. But if you're trying to, reel yourself in from your food addiction, then you keep all your favorite foods where they're safe, in the store. That way, if you get the urge to eat, you start thinking about, okay, I want such and such. Okay, I gotta get in my car. I gotta go to the store. I gotta go through the aisle. I gotta get the item. I gotta pay for it. I gotta bring it home. You start thinking about the process of getting to it, and it might turn you off and stop you from having a bee moment.
Mm.
You don't buy meals, Foodie. You buy stuff for bee moments.
Mm. Who's Bay Nation? They're a channel. They do live streams. They're two sisters. You should check them out. She really likes this food. She never eats it all. Sham. Wait. Oh, that's going to be... I don't know if I can do that. It's going to be really expensive. Canada summer bees. No, I'm not going to be able to go this summer, Kaylee.
You said that about, I'm not going to go home for Christmas either. And then what happened? You went. Chantal, didn't you say a while ago that you were going to leave Kuwait because Kuwait summers are brutal? You did say that. You don't want to deal with 120, 130 degree weather. And there is that thing over there in Kuwait where they do the rolling blackouts. Ma'am, are you ready to go without your air conditioning if that happens? And it looks like it's going to happen because you already had to deal with that. Can you imagine it being that hot outside and being inside your apartment for like 6 to 8 hours or more because the electricity's out? How are you going to deal with that? It's going to be miserable. You said you want to get out of Kuwait before it got too hot. Well, guess what? It is May. We're getting ready to go into June. It's going to get hot. And then July, it's going to get even hotter. And then August, it's going to be like the butthole of Satan. You ready? I don't think you're ready.
A Foodie Beauty musical. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. We're going to travel, but I don't know.
You know what I think, Foodie? And I could be wrong, and it's okay if I'm wrong. I think if you go anywhere, you're going to be going by yourself. I don't think he's going to be able to travel with you. I don't think he wants to. I don't think you're able to travel together. I don't think he wants to go anywhere with you unless you've made a promise you're going to take him to the States somehow. You're going to figure out a way and make it happen. I don't know if that's going to happen. He might be holding on to that dream of, I'm going to go to the States somehow. He really, really wants to go, but I don't think you can take him.
Shoot. Hey, Karapika. Don't know yet, Scandies. Agoraphobia? No. Hi.
See, a lot of people in our chat are like, are we traveling? Are we traveling? We need to travel. Sorry, I had to turn off the heat. It's directly above me and it's making me boil. But a lot of people in Foodie's chat, they're like, where are we going? Are you going somewhere, Chantal? Can we go somewhere? She doesn't want to travel, y'all. Not unless she absolutely has to. She doesn't like traveling. She doesn't like going to the airports and getting on the airplane and having to buy an extra seat. It costs her money. She hates the experience of traveling. And that's why it's laughable when she says, I want to be a world traveler. But yet you hate traveling. And why do you hate it, Foodie? Because you hate dealing with people. Because you don't want to go out and explore. Because you put yourself in a state physically where it's uncomfortable. You are literally carrying your own personal prison cell attached to you. Your body, the size that it is, it's your own personal, private prison, and it's locking you in more and more. It hurts to move. It hurts to go anywhere, do anything, and yet you're not fixing the issue. So it's always going to be a problem.
What do you do? What do you do when the time comes to unicorn snow? Okay, if we go get a coffee, it has to be late at night. I mean, for sunrise. So when's the sunrise here? Can someone look it up? So maybe around 6? No, that's in like 7 hours. Oh my god. What the hell are we gonna do for 7 hours? Make
Think of something.
sketches.
Oh, you're so boring. You're just as bad as Amberlyn Reed with her freaking Legos. Oh, I'm just going to sit here and sketch on YouTube and get the live stream going and bore you guys to death.
Where are your colored outfits? I have no clothes. Timu clothes.
You know what, Foodie? You're in the unique position that if you wanted to get healthy and make money at the same time, you could. There are people in your audience. I mean, if they're paying for coffees and meals and giving you money for a night out, if you wanted to, you could turn that treadmill into a money maker for you, girl. You could tell people, look, I'll get on the treadmill and walk for super chats. Let people troll the crap out of you. Make money at the same time and get some exercise. Dang it. You could do that. You could exercise and make money at the same time. But you don't want to because it's uncomfortable. Everything's uncomfortable.
Fun. Center Point Fund. Thank you.
This is so sad to me. Everything she does, she drinks something, she eats something, she goes somewhere, she's expecting her subs to pay for it in advance. When the Google AdSense and the memberships and the super chats are more than enough. No, she wants more. I really hope the Beezers wake up one day and they realize it ain't worth it. It just isn't worth it. This person, Foodie Beauty, is expecting so much money from us, and she's not willing to do anything, and she doesn't care about her health, and they just get smart and walk away. But who knows?
Giselle, prank calls? No. Can't prank call anybody here. That's, I think, illegal, probably. Do you draw? Yeah, I'm going to draw some people. And you guys, we're going to do sketch artists. You guys have to guess.
An hour plus into this live stream, and she's already yawning. Sad.
Okay. Time to put the mortadella away. Sent in trash bags. But
Go put your groceries away. Put them away. You're purposely keeping the food near you so that you can snack on it. You like the food being close to you. Is it how could I say this? Do you need the food near you at all times, Foodie? Is there like food insecurity of some sort going on? Like you just feel secure with all that food surrounding you? Trust me, you buy groceries, you put them in the kitchen, no one's going to take them away from you. Put the bags away.
I kind of want.
See? Like she's like, I got to have the food next to me in case I get hungry. Put it away. Ah, you're eating. Bye. I don't want to see her eating.
All right. My bad, V.
Chew with your mouth closed.
No more eating.
Thank you. You've done enough of that.
I can make noodles. When there's a will, there's a way. That is not a joke. Whoever messaged me.
You know what's wild to me about the Beezer chat? If somebody makes a comment to Foodie that's a little bit critical, then people in the chat jump on that person. And yet these are the same people when somebody in the chat is talking about food with Foodie, and everybody knows she's a food addict. She's got an addiction for food, and she's doing this self-harm content, and people are enabling and funding it. But if somebody comes in talking about food and saying, when is the next mukbang? Can you go out and get some food? Can you eat an ice cream? Nobody says anything to those people, to anyone who's enabling her behavior and encouraging it. Isn't that wild? That somebody who's being a little bit critical and pointing something out gets jumped on. But the people that are enabling and funding and paying for the addiction for an addict, not a word, not a peep, crickets.
I'll message you back later. I'm behind on my, you know I'm going to have to hide you for that. My messages. So sorry, I'm not ignoring you guys. Many reasons, K2. Jumps and flops her arms. You wish you had shisha, Jacinta? Do you smoke? It's not healthy, I know, but I seem to be cheering up. Whenever people ask me for advice, I say what my grandpa used to say: cheer up, things could get worse. So I cheered up and things got worse. My grandpa passed that down to my grandma, and now she passed it down to me. And now I'm passing it on to you. Vamos, she uses me. I'm gonna go get my coals. Sorry, I was just talking to the person who's renting out our kitchen.
Sure, there's nobody there.
We need to make money, so we rented out our kitchen.
That is so stupid. Why would anybody rent out your kitchen? If your stove don't even work, stop it.
Is that a pimp cane? No, but I saw a guy with a pimp cane once, and he talked to me and my friend in Toronto at Country Time Donuts. Or Country something Donuts. He had a pimp cane. I don't care if he's talking to his second wife. I don't. You'll have a smoke with me? Light him if you got him. I'm not encouraging it, but I'm also not the epitome of good habits. My cat is weird. Did you hear that noise she made? Eat your food. All right, here we go.
Okay, we're getting the drawing part. I don't care about the drawings.
Dry as a board. They're dry. Why are novelty store pens always dry? I need a refund. To me. Telling me, Miss Chad. Keemstar? Okay, I'll draw Keemstar.
Okay, I'm trying to zip past all of this shisha smoking because I hate the sound of that thing.
Oh, I suck at this.
You do.
Jordy Beauty Pie.
I'm glad that you're self-aware of that, though.
No, I wasn't going to sell these, but if you want them. I want the Beck one, Saver.
Hey, Foodie, I have an idea. Why don't you do one of yourself? It'd be very interesting how you see yourself. Like, how do you see yourself versus how you see other people?
Okay, Margie, thank you. seen the end of time. Yeah, I'm okay now. Like he doesn't sleep and drinks Monster Energy. About checking for tiny plastic on pens? Yes, and I did. I took it off. Fits perfectly.
Who's that supposed to be?
That's Jenny.
Oh boy. You know, Chantal, you're not really doing true impressions. You're just making things as ugly as possible.
It's a reactor. Yeah.
Yeah, and I still think that's wild. Shani reacting to Foodie. One cow reacting to another cow. Like, what upside down world do we live in now?
Your second slow. I drew No Life Madness before. He definitely wouldn't find it funny. Draw a juice case. Do you like it? Oh, here she is.
Oh, God, that voice. Stop it. I don't like that voice. Are we done drawing? Is that all she does? Is that all she does is draw? Like, this is her running up the meter. Chantal has many different methods to run up the meter and eat up time. She does it with food. She does it with putting on her makeup and getting up for little breaks. Like she knows the different tricks on how to just add a few more minutes of time where there's nothing going on, really. So now we're drawing to eat up some more time so that her stream was exactly 3 hours. And I find it interesting, Chantal, that you're supposed to have a bad headache, yeah? But you're smoking. Wouldn't that make the headache worse?
Remember when I bought dish soap by accident? I poured dish soap on it, made it worse. I'm playing the keyboard. Okay, I'll do them next round. Trisha, Crazy Frog later. Panther. The moldy blue pot. I'll draw P throwing out the moldy carrots. Karina Kaboom.
Drawing the pictures is another way for Foodie to be nasty to people without getting in trouble for it.
Draw Amy Flowers. Sorry, I don't know how to draw pathetic see you next Tuesdays. I'm just kidding. Be nice. Be nice.
You're never nice.
You're making chocolate milk for grandkid? Oh, I want some. Ew, I hate Pepsi Zero. Shit.
Oh, she spilled it. That's what you get. That's what you get. You just made a mess, didn't you? Yes, you did. Look at that face. Look at that face. Getting harder and harder and harder to grab onto things, huh, Foodie?
I don't have anything to wipe that up with.
Go get a towel.
It only spilt a little bit. Your dog used to destroy
Oh, God, she's laying down. Get up.
boxes. I don't need oxygen.
I hate when she lays down. It just strikes me as being really lazy. You know, you got a live stream going. You're talking to people. Why in the world do you need to lay down? It just looks too lazy and unprofessional.
So, she's posing. I should love the treadmill. No, I'm going to smash it. I'm just joking. No, Zeke. Shishi, I'm a little low energy.
You're always low energy. What's new?
She's a type 2 cat, street cat.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to make an executive decision here. She's laying down, and I'm just getting that vibe from her that she's not going to say anything interesting. So I'm out. Can we go now? I think we can leave now. I think we're done. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. And thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.